When Reggie Witherbottom, the Upper East Side's top dog walker, agreed to walk a difficult dog, he never expected the epic secret he would learn. Don't forget to hit subscribe now.
Reggie Witherbottom was the undisputed king of the Upper East Side sidewalks. He could navigate a pack consisting of 3 high-strung Pomeranians, a neurotic greyhound, and a clumsy golden retriever through a construction zone without spilling a drop of his artisanal latte. He was the dog walker for New York's elite, the man who could whisper any pedigree into perfect behavior. His reputation for handling difficult clients brought a curious letter to his doorstep, thick, cream-colored vellum with a wax seal. It requested his services at a historic Art Deco penthouse on Central Park West. The postscript was particularly odd. Please ensure the jade charm remains buckled at all times. It maintains the canine's social camouflage. Social camouflage? Probably just a biter with a Napoleon complex, Reggie muttered to himself. He packed his heavy-duty leather gardening gloves and a bag of premium organic Wagyu beef jerky. If this fussy penthouse pet wanted to test his mettle, Reggie was ready with the thickest protection a hardware store could offer. The building was a masterpiece of polished brass and black marble. Mr. Menuetes, the client, met him in the lobby. He was a man who looked like he hadn't seen a ray of sunshine since the 1920s, wearing a sharp, vintage tuxedo that smelled faintly of cigar smoke and expensive cedar wood. "He's waiting in the solarium," Mr. Menuetes said, his voice sounding like dry leaves skittering over a tombstone. "Remember, Mr. Witherbottom, do not touch the jade pendant. If it unlatches, the neighborhood might find his true nature somewhat alarming." Reggie gripped his gardening gloves through the canvas of his bag. He'd handled angry chihuahuas. He wasn't scared. In the center of the sun-drenched room sat a massive, shaggy black dog. It wore a glowing green jade pendant on a heavy collar. Aside from its pony-like size, it looked relatively normal. Reggie approached cautiously, holding out a piece of jerky. "Hey there, big guy. Who's a good boy?" Just as Reggie reached out to clip his leash to the collar, the dog let out a colossal sneeze that rattled the window panes. The force of it caused the jade charm to snap open and clatter to the floor. The dog's silhouette began to shimmer and stretch, blurring into a terrifying, impossible shape. The mist cleared, and Reggie's jaw hit the floor. This wasn't a fussy biter. It was Cerberus, the legendary hound of the underworld. 3 massive, muscular heads now topped the single torso, each one sporting rows of teeth the size of steak knives. 6 glowing eyes fixed on Reggie simultaneously. Reggie looked down at the green gardening gloves he had pulled out in anticipation of a nip. They looked like doll clothes compared to the 3 sets of jaws dripping with supernatural drool. Reggie realized he'd need more than organic jerky. He needed a miracle. But as the middle head let out a playful, building-shaking bark and dropped a heavy brass fire iron at his feet to play fetch, Reggie took a deep breath. A job was a job. "Okay, boys," he said, donning his flimsy gloves. "Let's see how Central Park handles the 3 of you." Reggie led the 3-headed beast into the city. To his shock, Manhattan remained oblivious. Businessmen on iPhones stepped over the smoking paw prints, and tourists took selfies, seeing only a slightly oversized poodle. Cerberus lunged at a passing subway grate, his 3 heads barking in a dissonant, bone-rattling chord that shattered a nearby street lamp. After an hour of dodging demons and fire hydrants, Reggie returned the panting beast to the penthouse. "Oh dear," Mr. Menuetes sighed from the doorway. "He's quite spirited. He likes to chase mail trucks and the occasional wandering soul." Mr. Menuetes took the leashes with a stiff bow and pointed toward a set of white, towering double doors at the end of the hall. "The master is ready to settle your account, Mr. Witherbottom. Please step inside the porcelain chamber." Reggie wiped sweat from his brow and stepped through. The room was an infinite, blinding white void. In the center sat no man, but a giant, sentient, antique-looking coffee mug named Jeron. Jeron was stained with ancient rings of caffeine and had a jagged kintsugi-repaired crack running down his side like a scar. 2 steam-filled eyes swirled on the surface of the dark liquid within. "You have done well, little gear," the mug boomed, his voice vibrating through the floor. "Little gear," Reggie stammered. Jer the mug let out a hollow ceramic chuckle. "Look at your hands, Reggie!" Reggie looked down. His skin wasn't skin at all, but painted tin. Small brass cogs turned beneath the joints of his wrists, ticking with a rhythmic, mechanical hum. He wasn't a man. He was a clockwork figurine, wound up to perform the same loop of sidewalk walking forever. And your city? Jerome continued. Look closer. The giant mug tilted, revealing that the entire skyline of New York was just a delicate blue ink illustration painted around the inner rim of the cup. Cerberus, the terrifying beast, hopped onto the rim, now nothing more than a tiny three-headed flea. Reggie stood frozen, pondering this newfound reality on the ceramic edge, a toy dog walker, in a world that was only part of a decorative painting on the rim of a living